like I was saying. So I have these signs that say, oh man, I love this ghetto fucking setup. It's great. So I have these signs, and they say, uh, believe and imagine. They're over there. And what the reason for them is that it really takes literally like no guts to doubt and be negative. And most people, what do they do? You have an idea for your life or your business, or you hear somebody who's enthusiastic about something, and most commonly, what most people do in that scenario, that predicament, is they have a tendency to say, that's impossible. That's never been done before, and it's not going to work for you because you are an abortion. And basically, let me just tell you that it takes no guts to do that. People who doubt and say, "Oh, that's not going to work out for you. I hope that you're not seriously going to attempt that." Uh, they're what we like to call in the vernacular of English, dream killer. Is I was up way before that alarm, and it takes literally no guts to be a dream killer, and so many people are. It's very unfortunate. The fact of the matter is that everything that you see here before me and behind me was once a idea, meaning it was something in my head. The person who invented it, it was in the ether, and then they made it real. So everybody before that time, if you had told them, like for instance, that maybe 15 years ago, if you'd been like, well, I'm gonna take the phone that's on the wall, and we're gonna put this thing called the internet in it, and we're gonna put a camera in it, and we're gonna put a social media networking thing in it, and we're gonna make it so that you can literally get any piece of information across to any other person ever in a matter of seconds, you would have probably said, "Oh, that's impossible. Go fuck yourself." And that's the example of negativity. It's not having a open enough mind, or like hating on somebody to the point where you don't encourage them. What I like to tell people to do all the time is, you know, encourage people. Like that's really what people need. People need more encouragement. People need to be told like, hey buddy, go for it. Like, your weird little idea, go for it. Because again, it's like it's not a matter of whether or not it works out for that person at that particular time. It's about building that person's confidence up. So like they try something, maybe it hits, maybe it's like the next iPhone, or maybe it doesn't fucking hit. And I have a phrase, and there's a phrase that every successful person says. And by the way, you'll find this out to be true, that every single successful person that you meet who actually is successful, they have interlocking beliefs. Like they never meet each other, but they share similar things that they do and they believe. And one of them is like encouragement, positivity, believing that something can work, believing enough in yourself that you're going to find a way that it's going to work out, whether or not it's this project or another project or a pivot or a shift or whatever. You take a look at Instagram. That's an example I use a lot. Instagram started out being like the next Facebook, but they found out that their customers responded the most to the filters, the photo filters. So they honed in on that. Boom, $1 billion app in a matter of a few weeks. So again, don't. My suggestion to you would be, if you want to really help change the world, you should start by being more encouraging of other people. Because again, encouragement is so lacking in this society. Most people, they don't encourage each other. They bring each other down. They tell each other why it won't work out. And tell that to any great innovator. We just don't listen. We're like, yeah, go fuck yourself. We're going to do it anyway. And by the way, people who are successful, who are innovators, they're very aware of this fact that most people, they doubt, they're negative. They're like, well, I don't think you should do that. For instance, I was at Whole Foods yesterday, okay, buying a steak, an $18 steak. It was fucking expensive. And, the woman at the cash register making $6 an hour, some fucking terrible wage, wanted to start lecturing me. And I was like, I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, let's take a look at what this is all about right here. You're currently working a minimum wage job. I'm here buying $50 worth of groceries that I'm going to eat in like 3 meals, and you're gonna lecture me. I'm like, there's a very specific reason why you're here and why I'm in the position I'm in and you're in the position you're in. But again, that's most people. It's like they don't see the forest through the trees. Like, you're working a minimum wage job, but you're gonna lecture the guy outside who's actually making it happen. That's the kind of world we live in. World of, these principles are timeless. People, the more ignorant somebody is, the more, oftentimes, the more certain they are on their beliefs. It's kind of nuts. They're like you're a capitalist, fascist, racist pig. I'm like, what? Because I'm white? What? Isn't that racist? But it doesn't matter. So anyway, guys, I guess the point of this video is to be rather encouraging people. And, there's a good reason why, too. If I think back to where I was, and I speak to a lot of people about this, when they're young, they receive so little encouragement. I literally, for every single person out there who actually encouraged me in my life, I value them so much that I have their back for life. That's literally how little it took for me to have somebody's back for life. All they had to do was just be like, dude, I believe in you. Keep going. You're gonna make it. Those people. I had an 8th grade teacher named Mr. Grace who did it. Not that he would fucking watch this poverty channel with 100 subscribers right now, but I had honestly a couple of male conservative teachers and a sea of female liberal teachers. Oh God, I'm gonna get sucked. I had literally just like a handful of people, and I'll remember them because they actually encouraged me. They were like, wow, dude, you're really smart, you're a genius, keep going. Like, no matter what happens, just keep going, keep pushing forward, man. Like, you're gonna be fine. Just, you're a smart guy. I know that things, rough, in different areas of your life right now. Just keep going, man, that's fine. I remember that. And I always try to give it back personally. And what I found is that most people, they soak up the encouragement like a sponge. You never know, dude. Like, if you encourage somebody to do something, start a project, and you fucking motivate them to do it, you might be motivating somebody to create the next iPhone so that we can all be addicted to our smartphones again. or the cure for cancer. Seriously, like, how many people do you think that, how many kids were like, I want to make the cure for cancer, that, some fucking idiot loser guidance counselor making $30,000 a year is like, little Timmy, sit down. You're not going to make the cure for cancer. Let's be realistic. I hate that word. Anyways, so remember to like, share, and subscribe because, I used to have a pretty good following and now I'm rebuilding on this and it's kind of discouraging to just make videos for only 20 views. So if you wouldn't mind, like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys. Talk to you next time. Remember to encourage people and mostly encourage yourself.